Hi there, I'm heading to Disney today to do something that's gonna be hopefully kind of fun. Not that I don't always have a good time whenever I come to Disney, but today is gonna be a little bit different, and I'll tell you why in just a second. It is like bizarrely quiet today heading into Magic Kingdom. So I'm going to Magic Kingdom today. There's the monorail right there to do a scavenger hunt. So I made it to Magic Kingdom. You can see the train station right back there. There's no train though, that's kind of interesting. The express monorail that I was going to get on, it actually went out of service, so we had to go get on the resort monorail line to get to Magic Kingdom, which kind of took a little bit, but I made it, and that's good. So now I can start my scavenger hunt, but it actually was not made by me, it was made by Brennan. Brennan is home sick today, so in order to, I guess, get me out of the apartment or to let me have a good time today, she made a little scavenger hunt for me, so I'm gonna go see what my first thing to do is. I can hear the Festival of Fantasy going on inside though, so all right, let me look at my list and see what I'm gonna do today. Okay, so I made it inside Magic Kingdom. There's the parade going by, the Festival of Fantasy. Now I have my list here that Brennan made for me, and my very first scavenger hunt activity is to find a new and cool backdrop, take a photo that's Instagram worthy, and then Instagram it. So I guess I need to kind of scout around to find an interesting backdrop. Maybe I'll use City Hall scrimmed up over there. Probably not. I'm over here by the Town Square Theater. Maybe I could use this background over here. Okay, so I decided to actually go up Main Street a little bit, if I can get over there, because it's very busy. That wonderful post-parade crowd over here. You can see that it's nice and overcast today here at Magic Kingdom, which is very tempered and comfortable. I'm wearing a nice long sleeve shirt. I'm actually gonna go right over here to go up this, like, what would you call this? Just this kind of like inlet on Main Street. The area that I'm talking about is this little offshoot off of Main Street, kind of back over here. I don't really see anything that I could use as a Instagrammable backdrop though, so maybe I'll just kind of keep on moving and see what I find. Okay, so I think I made up my mind. Because I'm wearing my Skyway bucket shirt, I think I'm gonna head over to what used to be the Skyway, which is over in Tomorrowland, and take a picture over there. I know I can do something easy like the purple wall, but I want to find a background that I've never used before, even never considered as a background before, which is probably gonna be over back here by like the bathrooms, the Tomorrowland bathrooms that used to be part of the station where you'd load to get onto the Skyway to take that over to what are now the Tangled bathrooms over in Fantasyland. There's a bit of a lengthy line over here for Space Mountain, but the building that I'm going to is this one back over here. This used to be the Skyway station for Tomorrowland. Okay, so I just took a picture right over there with that green wall with what used to be the Skyway attraction, and now I'm moving on to my next activity. I'm probably gonna like edit in something in with that green wall back there. So next up is go into a store on Main Street or somewhere else in the park, depending on where you are, that you may not have gone into before, and find something you'd want to buy. You don't have to buy it. So there are gift stores like the Merchant of Venus and Star Traders that I've rarely been into, but I have been in them multiple times. But there is one place that I think I've only been in just maybe a couple times. So the place that I want to go to, I've been so few times inside. I actually had to look it up on my Disney experience, and it's Bonjour Village Gifts over in Fantasyland. It's probably not going to focus. There it is. We're just kind of over by LeFou's or Gaston's Tavern, where you can get a LeFou's brew. So I'm back next to Be Our Guest. There's Beast's Castle kind of way up there on the mountain. You can see Gaston's Tavern kind of through the trees. I'm heading straight ahead to Village Gifts. So a lot of the merchandise here I actually already have. I have this chip cup, I have this Lumiere candlestick statue, and I also have this Cogsworth. What I don't have, that I would love to get, but I'm not, because Brennan said that I don't have to. I would love to get this Beast plush. So that would be kind of fun. A lot of the stuff here is a little bit more upscale house appliance sort of merchandise, but they have some cool stuff here for sure. So next up on Brennan's scavenger hunt list here, it says purchase one specialty beverage you've never had before. Floats count. So I guess I'm gonna go grab a drink somewhere. Okay, so I think I'm gonna head over to Storybook Treats right over here to kind of see what they have. Nah, all they had was the Peter Pan float, which I've had before, so I'm gonna head in this direction for some more options. So I think I'm gonna head over to Tomorrowland right over there to Anti-Gravity's, because they have some floats. I'm presuming they have ice cream, so they should have a float that maybe I haven't had before. So this is Anti-Gravity's, right over here in between Merchant of Venus and Star Traders. Let's see if they have some sort of a float or smoothie I can enjoy. So all they had over there was pretty much soft serve ice cream and then a chocolate and strawberry smoothie, which I didn't really count as a drink. And so I looked over here at the lunching pad, and check this out. A Space Ranger slushie. I have definitely never had that before, so I'm getting it. And check it out, this is my Space Ranger slushie, which I've already had a little bit of. It's pretty sour, and it came with this hard candy straw. That's very unique. This is actually really, really good. I was worried because it's kind of cold today, getting a cold beverage, but this is great. So I had to duck under cover for just a second because it started to rain, but I checked out my next activity to do for my scavenger hunt, and it says use your laugh floor Fast Pass and submit one joke in the pre-show before the show starts. And I am right next to the laugh floor, which is right over there, and I got a joke already. Okay, and I did it. I just texted in my joke, which I'll admit that I kind of stole from the internet, but it's, why was Cinderella so bad at baseball? Her coach was a pumpkin. Ha ha ha. Hilarious. So we're all heading inside the theater here now. I really do not do laugh floor as much as I probably should, but I like to keep it kind of fresh every time I do it. It's a very, very big crowd that I'm heading in here with right now. So my joke was not used, but it was still a cute show, a fun show. You know what, I should have used this background right here for my Instagram picture earlier. That could have been kind of fun. So that slushie that I had was very, very good. It was sour, but now it's got me feeling a hankering for something savory, which is good because my next, I guess, challenge is to purchase one snack or meal that I've never had before. I don't really know what I have or haven't had before, but I'm gonna head over to Adventureland to figure it out. I was considering going over to Casey's Corner right over there, but I don't know, it usually has kind of a long line. I could go over to Adventureland to get a spring roll that I haven't had before, but that would be too easy. I don't know, something definitely savory and something kind of hot because I don't think I'm in the mood for ice cream right now. All right, so I totally changed my mind and I got in line at Casey's Corner to get some corn dog nuggets. And check it out, I got myself some corn dog nuggets. I know this isn't really anything that special, but I've never had it before. I've barely ever eaten here at Casey's Corner, so this should be kind of an experience. So I was listening to the Casey's pianist play on the piano, but Move It Shake It started to go by, and there's Mickey and Minnie right over there. So I moved tables so I could watch it go by. This is really, really good. Cool, the main street lights came on while I was eating my corn dog nuggets. Everything looks all nice and bright. That's Crystal Palace way over there. I'm gonna walk over to Move It Shake It, maybe catch one of the final songs. Okay, so there goes Move It, Shake It back down the street. So it's time to do my next activity on my list of activities to do for my scavenger hunt made by Brennan, which is going to be to ride Space Mountain and take a creative ride photo. So I have a fast pass scheduled by Brennan for right now. So back over to Tomorrowland. This walk over to Tomorrowland is feeling pretty familiar, but at least now the lights are all lit up and it looks really nice. So while I'm heading over to Space Mountain, there's an idea that I had kind of recently, which I was thinking about doing, in that I thought it would be pretty interesting to do a Magic Kingdom or any kind of a Disney trip without talking. Just having an ambient video, enjoying the theme park without having to feel like I need to add any kind of commentary or anything, and just doing Disney without talking. I don't know, it could be kind of interesting. Like, instead of me walking up to Space Mountain and giving a commentary about how backed up the Fast Pass line is, or what I wonder the wait time is actually going to be, or the people mover going by or the lights on Space Mountain, I would just walk up silently and just experience it. So this is going to be kind of cool. I'm doing the Alpha side. Usually I do Omega over on the other side of Space Mountain. So kind of a nice little treat for myself. Alright, so I got the front row somehow. Now it's time to take a creative photo. I guess I'll see what that means. Alright, I don't know, is that creative or is that just kind of pathetic? Can't even see my face. So I am all done with Space Mountain and took a very creative picture courtesy of my hoodie here, and now I'm on to my final challenge activity for my challenge. So what kind of stinks is that I can't actually do the final activity on my list that Brennan gave me because it says I need to go ring the train bell at the front of the park at the train station, and it was not there. It wasn't there when I got to the park, so I'm gonna have to go do an alternative, I guess. So I actually texted Brennan and I asked her for an alternative to do instead of the train station, and she told me to go over to Frontierland to Pecosville Tall Tale Inn and Cafe and find a fun fact about it that I read in my book that I was reading on the way to and from New Orleans. And if you don't know what book I'm talking about, I am currently reading a book by one of my friends who published a book about Frontierland. He kind of does a series of books where he kind of goes through each of the individual lands in Magic Kingdom, and he kind of goes through all the fun facts and really interesting aspects of the Imagineering of each of these lands. And I read a really cool section about Pecosville, so that's where I'm going. Pecosville is right back here in the very back of Frontierland, right over there, right next to the Country Bear Jamboree. There's Splash Mountain, and then Thunder Mountain kind of way back over there. So essentially what I learned that I thought was interesting is that Pecosville has a collection of artifacts given to him and gifted by other legends of folklore, like right up here. Heading into the dining room, there is an axe from Paul Bunyan. Back here in the main dining room, there's a bunch of artifacts, but one that I find the most noteworthy is right over here, John Henry's hammer and his nails. There's the pot that Johnny Appleseed wears on his head, and then way back there you can see, I think, Davy Crockett's coonskin cap and his satchel. There's a lot more cool stuff in the entire restaurant in each individual dining room, including this area back here that's currently roped off. But I just thought it was kind of cool to showcase just a couple cool things and maybe come back maybe when it's not dinner time and really just kind of take it all in, because a lot of the stuff is like above people's tables, and I don't want to awkwardly come up while they're just trying to eat their nachos and film something on the wall. Alright, so I think I am going to go ahead and head out of the park before the fireworks, because that was my final activity to do for Brennan's scavenger hunts. I should have definitely considered this area over here for my earlier activity, because I've never been in the bazaar. Really, I've definitely never purchased anything from here before. I do really want to come back to Magic Kingdom to watch Happily Ever After, because it's kind of been a while since we've been here to watch it. So it'd be really nice just to see it again, because it's such an amazing show. Maybe we'll come back for some sort of a Valentine's Day kind of a thing. That'd be kind of cool, right? We definitely have to do something new and different this year for Valentine's Day. I have a few ideas kind of up my sleeve, so you have to kind of stay tuned for that, because they're going to be pretty cool, I think. Alright, but I guess until next time, it's going to be a nice goodbye and see you real soon to Magic Kingdom. We'll be back soon. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you to Brennan for giving me an agenda on what to do in Magic Kingdom today. It was a different experience for sure, but I loved it. I mean, I've said it before that it's fun to go to Disney without a plan. As much as they make you plan for your day to experience Disney, it is just so pleasant to go and be told where you're going, honestly, which is cool that Brennan was able to do that for me. Even though I kind of made a couple decisions, she kind of gave me like a very lenient, just as far as instructions go, I could kind of choose what I wanted to do based on what she told me to do, but I still did stuff today that I've not done in a long time. I went into places that I've barely ever been, and I think that's the point, and it was successful. So I don't know, maybe this could be kind of a recurring activity. Maybe Brennan could do this at the other parks as well in addition to Magic Kingdom. This was fun. I liked it. I want to do it again. I got to wear my Skyway bucket shirt. The weather felt amazing tonight. Absolutely amazing. It's like in the low 70s, which feels phenomenal. I got to eat food that I haven't had before. Well, I've had corn nuggets before, but not here, at least. I got to try a slushie that I'm probably gonna get again because it was really, really good. And I just had a fun time. It was cool. And I wish Brennan could have come, but she's sick, so hopefully next time, right? So I'll see you soon. Thank you for tagging along on this challenge video, and have a good day. Goodbye.